Hello everyone, welcome back to FairlyDeterminedFM with me. My name is Chris. I hope you're all doing well. We are champions of Italy. We won the Serie A by 4 points. If you missed the last episode, go and check that out. It was a dramatic final day. Today, we're going to have a look back at the season just gone. Some players have already come in, some players have left. We're going to have a look at those as well. And we're going to talk about what I hope to achieve in this coming season. There we are then. Last season, we won the whole bloody thing. Only 2 losses. 2 losses throughout the entire season. Juventus and Torino were the only teams that beat us. That also turned out to be a record low number of defeats for Napoli, which is absolutely brilliant. We never beat Juventus. That bugs me. I don't think we've actually beaten them since I've been here. How do I check that? Yeah, so since I've joined the club, we have not beaten Zebra. We've not beaten Juventus. We've not beaten Juventus since 2026. That's nearly 4 years ago now. Goal number 1 for this season. Beat Juventus once in a match. And while we're here, let's just have a look at some of these results. I don't really know what to say about it, except it's just bloody brilliant. We didn't lose in the, we talked about losing to Torino, but that didn't come until near the end of January. We went through this entire period not losing. It's just incredible. It's absolutely incredible. And then if we take out the Quarter Cup, the Italian Cup final, we then went on another massive unbeaten run in the league, and then followed that up with yet another massive unbeaten run. We were just, I think at times we were unplayable, which is quite nice to say. It sounds a bit egotistical and a bit slapping my own back and tooting my own horn. But yeah, the players performed so well, so often. It's just an incredible season. There's not much more to say about it, really. So we talked in a previous episode about possibly needing to sell one of Patson Daka, Matheus Kunis, or Darwin Núñez to free up some funds to bring in new players, and we have had to do that. It wasn't Matheus Kunis that we ended up selling, it was Patson Daka. Patson Daka has gone to Roma for 25 million. He only had a year left on his contract. I didn't really want to give him a new one. The £25 million could have been reinvested back into the squad. Instead, also, I did try and sell Matheus Kunis, because he's younger, he was on a higher wage, but the offers that I was getting in from Matheus Kunis they weren't enough. I was getting like 22 million pound offers in, and no. It's a bit disappointing that Patson Daka went, because he scored 21 goals for us last season, 4 assists, so he was directly involved in 25 of our goals, which is a bit of a risk, and we sold him to Roma, who are one of our rivals, so it's, on the face of it, pretty poor business, if I do, if I'm being honest, but we needed the funds. We needed the funds to bring in players. We only had about £9 million left in the transfer budget, and we needed to strengthen that money. And the £10 million I got for Sanderberg and the $750,000 I got for Alessio Maggio have been reinvested. So we'll start with the freebies. So I picked up Martin Valek for a free from Man City, who's a young central defender. He could become, a decent backup option for us. As a free option, I thought it made sense, especially if we can get, between £3 and £5 million for him in a couple of years' time. Welcome, Martin. Next, we picked up a guy from Juventus, actually, Graziano Totaro, another young prospect. Probably not going to make the first team squad, but once again, someone we could potentially develop and sell on for a little bit of cash. Another youngster from Germany this time. Similar story to Totaro. Similar story to Totaro. May feature in a couple of games here and there if we need backup, but yeah, he's not. You can see he's not first team ready. He's got some good stats with him. Passing technique are really good. Determination is flair. Yeah. Again, for a freebie, sell him on later. Makes sense. I like these kinds of signings where you just pick up youngsters who are being let go, and you can maybe sell them on for just a little bit of money later on. Just a little bit of money. Now then, we get into the proper signings now. Hugo Giuro also signed on a free from Atletico Madrid. However, he is very much first team ready. Very much first team ready. I can't believe I got this guy on a free. He is so well-rounded, it's untrue. And he is sort of a ready-made replacement for Patson Daka, and he can play anywhere across the attacking midfield areas as well. He's just solid. He is a solid player. There's nothing spectacular about him, but everything he can do, he does quite well, which is really good. Likes to run with the ball, moves into channel, tries to beat the offside trap. And he can take a penalty as well, which is... We only previously really had Matheus Kunis who could do that. He's 29 years old, he's Spanish. Last season, or the last couple of seasons, in the Spanish First League, he's got, 44 plus another 20, 60, 65 goals, 63 goals across the last 3 seasons. So if he can replicate that form, that he's had for Atletico Madrid, he'll do well here. So the Patson Daka move, I'm kind of okay with it more now because we managed to pick up this guy. So welcome Hugo. Great name as well, Hugo. Next up we have Guido San Martin. We picked him up for 9.5 million from Boca. He's another young but very, very good central midfielder. Him and Doncho, I think, side by side, because Doncho has got the tackling. Well, let's just do the comparison here. We'll compare it with Doncho. Where are you, Doncho? I can't remember his name. There he is, Doncho. They're both good passers of the ball, but Guido's got the vision to be able to pick out the better passes. His first touch is better than Doncho's. He's better at dribbling. So you can see that hopefully they'll complement each other. One very much the big tough workhorse in the middle, and then next to him, Guido San Martin, sort of more flair, more technical player. Yeah, I'm excited. He's another wonder kid as well, so the sky is the limit for him. Either for professional personality. Yeah, I think he's going to be really good as well. I think he's going to be really good. And then this guy, this is our big signing. This is another reason why I needed to sell Patson Daka, because we needed the money for this guy. It's possibly an area of the pitch we're slightly overloaded in now, but when you see this guy, you'll understand why. Sampo Lindfors. Look at that. He can play anywhere over. He can play in the centre and on that left-hand side, so he can also sort of deputise in the middle. Him and Guido San Martin can rotate. But I'm mostly planning on playing him here in the centre and then moving Matheus Cunha out to the left with Darwin Núñez and Hugo, and with Darwin Núñez and Hugo coming up into the striker's position. But just look at him. Just look at the passing, the vision, the physicals are insane. The mentals are really good. He's aggressive, he's brave, he's composed. He can dribble, he's got first touch. He likes to shoot from distance. His long shots are 16. I've never had a player with long shots like this. 16 long shots. Like, if we put him in this hole, he's gonna score goals. He just will. I'm super excited about this guy. When he came up, I was like, I have to have him. I have to have him. There's a question around central midfield. So we've got Doncho, we've got Lindfors, and we've got Guido, and we've got Oxford who can slot in there as well as Franjic. So there's enough rotational options there, but if we get an injury crisis, we're in a bit of trouble. So I am going to be looking to bring in, we do have another £15 million. We have £15 million left in the transfer budget. So I am going to be trying to bring in another midfielder, bog standard 3-star, maybe someone who's a little bit older, like Sander Berge type, funnily enough. Maybe someone who's a little bit older, released from a bigger club, just wants a couple of, just a nice basic contract. That's what I'm going to be aiming for in the centre midfield on. Labrovic, I should mention Labrovic has had some clubs after him. Newcastle put in like an £18 million bid, and I was absolutely not. He's my first choice goalkeeper. You're not having him for £18 million. So I've slapped a £33.5 million price tag on him, which has so far deterred people from making any offers. But Leicester and Tottenham are interested now, and that's concerning, because the only other player we've got who can play in goal is Mikael Delem, who needs to get some game time this season, actually, if he's going to progress. So I might be using Mikael in the cups. What they want from us this season: first knockout round of the Champions League. I definitely want that, because once you get into the knockout rounds, the money is very good. Qualify for the Euro Cup, so we've got to finish 6th minimum. Reach the semi-final of the Italian Cup, and I don't really care about the Super Cup, but I'm probably going to win it. I'm going to try and win it. All of that seems achievable. This, obviously, the Champions League rather, depends heavily on who we get drawn against in that group. So keep an eye out for that. We'll do the draw on in an episode, so we get to see that. It's exciting times. I'm pleased with the players that we've brought in. I'm pleased with how the squad's shaping up. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the season ahead. I think I've been thinking about when's the right time to end the manager's journey. We've just won the Serie A. Do we go back to the Premier League and try and win that with a different club? Do we call it a day after we've won the Champions League? Do we say that our next... Oh, my light's gone off. Do we say that our next club is the last club in the journey, and then for the rest of the FM22 cycle we do something else? Let me know what you think. I'm in two minds. I'm quite interested by the idea of doing sort of one season wonders type things, taking a club that we've known has struggled in real life and trying to do what I can do with them for a season. But I don't know, I'm still very much enjoying the manager's journey. I'm still very much looking forward to this season in particular. But yeah, there's a part of me that wants to go back to the Premier League and win that. So maybe that's when we say the manager's journey is over, once I've won the Premier League. Maybe that's what we do. Either way, let me know. I'm keen to hear what you guys think. Oh, speaking of the Premier League, I do have some sad news. You'll note Blackburn are no longer in it. They got relegated. Bottom of the league last season on 20 points. So poor old Blackburn back down in the Championship. Out of Leyton Orient, let's have a quick look at the other clubs. Leyton Orient, back down in League One as well. Spennymoor, National League North, back down there still. When did they get? They got relegated a couple of years ago. Finished 7th last season. They must have lost in the playoffs. Did they lose in the playoffs? No, there is no playoffs. It's just I remember now. 6 points out. It's a shame. That is a shame. I did talk about that actually as a potential end for this series, to go back to Spennymoor. Go back to the club where we started. Who knows? Who knows what we're going to do? I'll tell you what we're going to do next episode though. We're going to play games against Crotone and Cagliari, and we're going to kick off our season defending our championship. And I will see you then. Thank you so much for watching this episode. Let me know what you thought down in the comments. Leave a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're not already. And I'll see you soon for another episode of The Manager's Journey. Cheers. Bye.